This video is on the minus operation in onsets and some clarifications. So let's go over minus. So what is minus in onsets? So let's say we had x minus y, and x and y are just any sets of cards. X minus y is all of the x cards without the y cards. What the common misconception is that x minus y is the number of y cards subtracted from the number of x cards, just like in regular subtraction. But there is an error if you just try to take regular subtraction and use it in onsets. So we'll go over that misconception in this video. So let's do red minus blue with this universe of 10 cards with the correct method. This is how you should do your subtraction. So I've outlined 4 steps that we're going to follow here. So the first one is cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards. So now we're going to identify the red cards with blue. We can see 2 cards here that have red and blue. And then step 3 says eliminate those cards. So now we're going to cross them off. And then step 4 is count the remaining number of red cards. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4 red cards that are left. So the answer here is 4. What we've done is we've taken the red cards and we've removed the blue cards from the red cards, and then we've kept the red cards. So here is the incorrect method, what some people do that leads to a mistake. So this is what they do. The first thing is they count the red cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they count the blue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have all of these cards counted. But what they do is they do regular subtraction. They subtract the number of blue cards from the number of red cards. They would take 6 red cards and then they would subtract 5 blue cards. But that's not the correct way to do it. That would give you an answer of 1, but this answer is incorrect. The way we discussed previously is the correct way. You're not supposed to subtract the number of blue cards from red. You're going to have to subtract only the cards that are blue but also have red. So let's detail this in more general steps that I've come up with for subtraction. So the correct method, if we had x minus y, which you could apply to any subtraction in onsets, you would just replace x and y with your phrases. So you would count the x cards as your first step. Then you would identify the x cards with y, and then you would eliminate those cards. Finally, you would count the remaining number of x cards. And then here is the incorrect method, which you don't want to do this. Do not do this in the game. I'm just showing this just because this is what some people do, and you want to avoid doing this. What they do is they count the x cards, and they count the y cards, and then they subtract the number of y cards from the number of x cards. This is wrong, because you're only supposed to subtract the y cards that also have x from the number of x cards. So it can get a little bit tricky, but you need to be careful and remember this formula. As long as you follow the formula on the left that says correct, then you'll be fine. You'll minus correct in onsets. Here is a drill with 3 questions for this new universe of 8 cards. Pause the video if you need to solve these 3 questions, and I will go over the answers momentarily. So let's do the first question, green minus yellow. So by following our formula, we're going to first count the number of green cards. So we got 4. Now we're going to find the green cards that have yellow and eliminate them. So this card is green and has yellow, so we're going to eliminate it. And we're left with 3 cards that are green but don't have yellow. So that's there. 3 is the answer. For question 2, red prime minus green. So red prime is the cards without red, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And we're going to be taking away the cards that have green with these 4 circled cards. So the cards that have green that we're going to remove are that card and then the card on the bottom right. So we're left with 2 cards. So the answer here is 2. Finally, the third one is universe minus blue. So universe refers to all of the cards, so all 8 cards. So don't let universe confuse you. It's just referring to all of the cards in this set. So we've circled all of them. And now we're going to identify the cards with universe and blue. And we're going to remove those cards. So we're going to remove the cards with both universe and blue. So we're going to remove this card, that card, that card, that card, and that card. Notice how they all have blue and they're also circled. And we're left with 3 cards. So that is the answer. 3 is the answer. That concludes this video. If you have any questions about this, because the misconception can sometimes confuse students when they're playing, please feel free to leave a comment below. Subscribe and turn on notifications to be the first to receive new content. And until next time, see you later.